Defense, I consider to be your stance, just your basic positioning and how you're moving and what the principles of that stance include. And for me, I like to put my best foot forward and leave it forward the entire match. I equate wrestling to a fight, and if you watch any of the great prize fighters throughout history, you never see a southpaw switch his lead hand or a conventional fighter switch to a southpaw. Not very often. I always tell guys, if you can't beat a guy with your best foot, you're probably going to have trouble beating him with your second best foot. So I'd like to just show you a little bit of what I'm talking about here with my partner Billy. We really want to emphasize a couple things in our stance. First of all, it's having our lead foot, our attack foot forward at all times. You can see Bill's got a nice strong sugar foot, lead leg here with his right leg forward and his left leg back. Today when I'm teaching, I'll talk a lot about lead hand and trail hand, not so much right and left, so that if you have a wrestler that's a lefty or a righty, it's easily switched with their mind, lead hand and trail hand. So Bill's got a strong lead leg here. His body weight is shifted over his lead foot. His back leg is far enough back where to really be able to attack that leg, it's going to take a lot of movement by the opponent, and the attack's probably not going to be real sound. He can really focus on having great attacks for himself offensively with the lead foot, but more importantly, really only having to worry about defending one leg as long as he keeps this relationship with his lead foot, strong sugar foot, and his back foot kind of in no man's land, as I like to call it. We'll also notice that his head is out in front of his shoulders out in front of his knee, and his knee's out in front of his toe. I'd actually like Billy to take a little more forward position and correct his knee a little bit more there over his toe. And the reason that is we're protecting an open shot, an open single leg, specifically a low single attack. The more that knee's out in front, the more protection we have as defensive wrestlers. When we're moving in our stance, it's really important that this relationship with our feet stays correct and that our weight stays shifted over our lead foot and our body stays forward in that aggressive attack stance. And you can see Billy's just kind of moving here a little bit, stalking forward, retreating backwards, circling left, circling right. That relationship stays true the entire time. I really want you to focus on his body weight shifted over his lead leg, his aggressive position forward in his stance, head, shoulder, knee, toe alignment, and the strong sugar foot stance.